And have you ever been told that you was not going to make it, that you wasn't going to amount to nothing, that you wasn't going to be able to accomplish this, or that you can't do this, or you can't do that? Anybody ever been told that? Have you ever was tempted to doubt God or didn't believe what he said you was able to receive from him? Maybe let me just take my time, back up a little bit, take my time, because I gotta just deal with it, because maybe I'm the only one. Maybe the message was just for me, but I know there's been some times in my life where I couldn't sense God. I couldn't. It was like God wasn't on my side. But I came to encourage somebody on today. See, I'm not in that place anymore. I know without a shadow of doubt that God is on my side. And I want you to be encouraged on today. Without a shadow of doubt, God is on your side. If you're a child of God, if you're a born-again believer, if you're saved by the power of Jesus, then you're a born-again believer. God is on your side. And there's nothing too hard for God, as you heard in the song. And he's going to see you through the situation. In fact, God is your strength. God is your refuge. God is your shield. God is your buckler. God is everything that you need in going through your situation. You can't do nothing without him anyway. You can do it, but the result's going to be different. But you're on your own. Whose report will you believe? When you're by yourself, when it's going to get really tough, whose report really are you going to believe? Are you going to believe what the negative? You're going to believe what the bad report is? Or are you going to believe the good report? You're going to believe the devil report, or you're going to believe God's report? I come to tell you, you've got to learn to believe what God says. When you stand on his word, when you do what he said do, you're going to be all right. I can't tell you how long it's going to take, but I know the end result is going to come out the way God wanted it to come out. As long as you are being obedient to the will of God, it's going to work out in the end. All things work for the good of them that trust the Lord, that believe God. Woo, all things work together for the good of them that love God. Woo. Bless us, Lord. But then, while you're going through, while you're trying to figure out, trying to decide, you may get the revelation that God can do exceedingly abundantly above all that we may actually think. But then you get the naysayers. You get the doubters, you get the haters, you get the pessimists, the negativity. God is saying yes and they're saying no. God is saying you can, they're saying you can't. Whose report you going to believe? At the end of the day, you're going to have to make some decisions. Because if you're going to run this race with patience, in other words, if you're going to stay the course, if you're going to endure to the end like a good soldier to see what the end going to be, you're going to have to make up your mind whose report you're going to believe. You got a good report, as I said earlier, in one hand, a bad report in the other hand. You're in the middle, and you have to decide whose report you're going to believe. The reports are real. Don't misunderstand me. They're real. It's the situation is live and kicking. It's got you all tossed and turned and all broken, and you don't know which way to turn. Oh, somebody help me out. Y'all like y'all never been there. They're real. But which one are you going to give your faith to? Which one are you going to turn your faith to? Which one are you going to give the energy to? Are you going to believe the bad report? Which one are you going to turn your prayers toward? Which one are you going to put in your thoughts, in your speaking? Which one are you going to believe? Verse 26 said, it departed Canaan and came back to Moses and Aaron and all the congregation of the children of Israel. They brought back word to them and all the congregation of the children of Israel and showed them the fruit of the land. Verse 27 said the spies began to give their reports. Then they began to tell Moses, truly the land flows with milk and honey. Here is the fruit. But here's where the problem is. It starts in around verse 28, 29. Here's where the problem begins. It said, nevertheless, and I'm going to paraphrase it so I can move out your way. They said in essence, verse 28, 29, they said in essence, they were saying, Moses, we got a problem. I'm going to paraphrase in my own words, how I came across. He said, I got some bad news for y'all. I know God said he was going to give us the land, but I think this situation is too big for God. So just forget about those fruits I brought you and all that and how the land is flowing with milk and honey. Forget about the land. I don't know what God was thinking. There's people occupying the land, and I don't think that they want to leave. We can't get the land. I'm sorry, Moses. We just can't get it. I'm sorry. Whoo! Y'all got to help me with this one because the devil is a liar. Woo! The devil is a liar. That was a bad report. Now they told him the truth. They told him some things, what they experienced and what they saw. Now, mind you, there was 12 spies. That was 10 out of the 12 that came back with this report. 2 of them came back with a different report. Praise the Lord. But this 10, somehow they focused on the wrong thing. They gave all their reason why they couldn't possess the land. They didn't give not one reason why they could possess the land. They didn't say, well, God is going to give us the victory. They didn't have the right attitude. I'm going to just shortcut it right here. Sometimes you have to approach these things with the right attitude. You have to know where your God sits. He sits high and he looks low. He's still on the throne. God is on the throne. He is the creator of the heavens and the earth. He's bigger than any situation that you could think of, dream of. Anything the enemy can throw at you, God is greater. You have to get the revelation that God is greater on the inside of you than anything in this world. I don't care how big your situation look. Oh, if you've been on this earth a little while, you got some situations. You have some things that happen in your life. Some of us got a little age on us, so maybe we experience just a little bit more. But I found out that God knows how to deliver me out of situations that I couldn't buy my way out. I couldn't fight my way out. I couldn't see my way out. But I stand here, brought out, delivered from bondage, delivered from sin, delivered from Egypt. And I'm not going back. Somebody need to have that right attitude. I'm not going back. So they were looking at their situation instead of looking at how big they can see God. Woo! Anybody caught that? In other words, you got to be able to look at how big you can see your God. He's the same God yesterday, today, and forever. He changed not. It ain't like he's blowing up, like he's just getting bigger and bigger. He's the same God, but it depends on how you perceive him in your situation. It's up to you how you see him in your situation. You can make him this small, or you can make him this big. I have decided in my life, I done made him bigger than any problem that I have. In a situation that may arise. Even if there's a situation on the horizon, God is already bigger. Because I know God already went before me. Because I'm a child of the living God. Are you a child of the living God? You need to believe with me that God has already went before you in your situation. Yeah, the enemy might be trying to set up a roadblock, a pothole in your life, a storm in your life. But God is greater than all that stuff. You got to realize that. He's a good God. If God said he's giving you something and the situation looks bad, you need to remember there's nothing too hard for God. And that you belong to him. You belong to him. Oh, that's beautiful all by itself. That's all by itself. That's precious. You belong to God.